Okay, today we're going to talk about solving and applying algebraic proportions to algebraic equations and as well as real-world application. All right, so please be sure to be taking good notes because you will not be getting your worksheet until you show your teacher, or me, that you are taking that you've taken notes on this video. All right, so a little bit of vocabulary that you should be writing down, and if at any point you need to, you can always pause the video to write things down because I'm going to go through it quickly. So we're talking about proportions today. If you remember from last year, a proportion is an equation that states that two ratios are equal. So two fractions are equal. Two things that are comparing things, different things, are equal. So for example, A over B equals C over D. All right, so if those are equal, that is a proportion. And that just means that A is to B as C is to D. So what do you remember from last year? I want you to pause the video and I want you to try and remember how to solve this proportion. Great, so you should have taken the cross products because every time you're solving a proportion, the cross products are equal. So 4x equals 24. Then you would have divided by 4 and x equals 6. All right, so that should be your answer. For these to be equal, x needs to be 6. Okay, I want you to pause the video and try one more. Great. So you should have done the cross products and you should have gotten an answer. When you do it, you would get 5x equals 28. Divide by 5, divide by 5. X equals, well, if we write 28 over 5, we don't really know what that means. So for a proportion, you need to make sure you're putting it into a decimal. So we know that 28 divided by 5 is 5.6. So in order for this to be a true statement, x has to be 5.6. All right, so this is going to look a little bit different. So now we have algebraic expressions on both the tops of these proportions. Okay, so really the only thing that's going to be different is that we now have a variable that we need to figure out. So in order to do that, we still take the cross products. Okay, so the cross product here means 4 times the quantity, so this whole thing, b minus 8 equals 5 times the quantity of b plus 3. Okay, so like always, you solve the equation. You get 4b minus 32 equals 5b plus 15. Okay, and we keep solving. I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides. So that gives me 4b minus 47 equals 5b. So then negative 47 equals b. All right. So again, we can always check our answers, and this is going to be a little easier to check this time. So if this is a proportion, that means that these fractions or whatever have to equal each other, and their cross products have to equal each other. So if I put in 47 for b, on negative 47 for b on both of these, all right, I'm going to get negative 47 minus 8 over 5 equals negative 47 plus 3 over 4. Okay, so negative 47 minus 8 is negative 55 over 5 equals negative 44 over 4. Well, you should be able to look at this right now and say, well, yeah, those are going to equal each other because negative 55 divided by 5 is negative 11. Negative 44 divided by 4 is negative 11. Or you can again take the cross products and you would get negative 220 equals negative 220. All right, so you can check your answers with this as well by substituting it back into the original proportion. Oops. All right, so I want you to pause the video and I want you to try this one. All right, you should have solved it and you should have done the cross product, so we should have gotten 6n equals 5 times 2n plus 4. So 6n equals 10n plus 20. All right, negative 4n equals 20. So n equals negative 5. You should have also substituted this in to see if that would give me the right answer. And you should get negative 5 over 5 equals negative 6 over 6, which are obviously the same proportions. They give you 1 as your answer. All right, so last thing we're going to do is use a proportion to solve a problem, real-world problem. So, a portable media player has 2 gigabytes of storage and can hold about 500 songs. A similar but larger media player has 80 gigabytes of storage. About how many songs can the larger media player hold? So if you remember from last year, I always told you to write a guide fraction. This is the same thing. So we need to be writing a guide fraction. And here I would probably say gigabytes over songs. All right. So we know that 2 gigabytes can hold 500 songs. But we were trying to figure out 80 gigabytes can hold how many songs. So we cross multiply. 2x equals 500 times 80, which is 40,000. X equals 20,000. All right, should I stop there? No, I need to label it. So 20,000 songs. Again, pause the video and try this one. I will not be giving you the answer on the video. I want you to bring it to me before you can get your worksheet. Okay, now that you're done, you should bring me your notes as well as that last problem and show me the worksheet. If you were not in class today and you are watching this video, you just need to look at the worksheet on your computer and you need to do it that way, or you can get one from me in class and work on it over the weekend.